Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lead with the Cosmos with myself, Sanja Rose. Today is a beautiful Golden Leader Summit Masterclass here to teach you all about how you can empower yourself and others, your team members, your family, your friends, with the truth of astrology. I am a cosmic astrologer and I follow lots of different teachings around astrology, including intersectional indigenous teachings and myths from various ancient civilizations. Today, I'm going to be simplifying a lot of that for all of you. And I'm also a sacred brand strategist, and I help my beautiful clients expand and grow their sacred businesses, everything from the initial brand concept and what to offer to global sustainable scaling and really building that brand identity and essence and vibration into all of their work and marketing materials. Okay, so let's jump into it. I'm going to be sharing my screen with all of you. All right. Okay, here we go. Leading with the cosmos. Again, this is all about how to empower yourself and others with cosmic truth. I'm so excited to be here and really excited for all of you that are here live and all of you that are watching the replay. In today's masterclass, we're going to be starting with a cosmic activation to get us all tuned into the same frequency and energetics. Then I'll be speaking to the truth of astrology and what I have discovered over the last year of exploration, research, and work. And I'll be sharing with you how to lead with the cosmos for yourself in your business and in your life. And then I'll also be providing a current cosmos guidance session. I'll be actually reading the sky using my astronomy app, like the way that ancient civilizations have for forever, to give you all some guidance for the current astrology. And then we'll have some closing reflections. I would love for all of you who are watching this as a replay to comment below what your relationship to astrology has been and how you're excited to include it in your leadership. All right. So let's begin with a cosmic activation. Everyone just come seated comfortably, whatever you need. Grab a pillow, grab a blanket. Come into this space where you can be silent for a little while and tune into the cosmos together. So rolling your shoulders back a few times, humbly tucking your chin to elongate the back of your neck and make your spine even straighter. Open up your palms and put them on your knees so they're open and receiving from the cosmos all around you. Eyes are closed. Gently gaze at that space between your two eyebrows, your third eye point. This stimulates your pituitary gland, your gland of knowing and mastery. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Give me a sigh. Last time, sigh it out big. Inhale. Beautiful. Keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands together. Start rubbing your palms together, connecting to the energetics and the beauty within your palms, within each of your fingertips, and bring this to your heart center, connecting here in prayer pose and connecting to the cosmic brilliance all around you. Feel yourself deeply on this earth. Feel and sense the ground and earth around you, where you are on this planet. Be grateful for the earth beneath you. And with this presence, start to touch your thighs and touch your knees and feel your groundedness. Feel how supported and secure you are on this beautiful Mother Earth, this beautiful blue globe that's shining out in our solar system. I'd always wondered what it looked like to look at the Earth from a different solar system. Feeling your thighs, feeling your legs, feeling your toes, maybe even rubbing your stomach, your lower back. Feel your physical body here on this earth, here at this time on the earth. Feel grateful to be here. Beautiful. Keep that going. Bring your hands up towards your heart. Give your neck a little massage. If you want to massage the top of your head, please do. All of you is here, right now on this earth. And as you put your hands on the back of your neck, slowly tilt your head up and support your head if this is available to you. If not, just visualize it. And imagine yourself gazing at the most beautiful stars in the night sky. And simply notice which stars speak to you, which constellations are pointing their way to you right now. What do you notice? Are you witnessing a galaxy, some planets, a nebula, a constellation? Simply gaze and support your neck. Eyes are closed and imagine yourself in the most beautiful location under the night sky, taking in the wonder of the stars and the cosmos beyond. Bring your hands up above your head towards the heavens and consciously know that as you breathe in the beautiful truth and wonder of the stars above you. Inhale and feel all that starlight come into your crown. Exhale and feel it reverberate through each of your cells. 2 more times. Inhale that star wisdom. Exhale, vibrate your cells with the universe. Inhale. Picture that constellation, that visualization, write it down afterwards, but picture it right now. Let it stream into your body. Inhale a little bit more. And exhale, bring your hands down and feel the universe embody itself within you. You are the universe embodied. Sit still with your hands over your heart and your womb or your chest if you don't have a womb. And simply let it land. What do you notice? What do you feel? What are you aware of? Inhale deep. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale. Remembering the truth of your cosmic guidance given to you, received to you right now from your divine earth vessel, from your body, from your place on this planet right now. You are a light beam, igniting and radiating across the planet into the cosmos and beyond. Inhale deep. Exhale, shake your hands out, shake your shoulders out, shake it out a little bit. Get energized and ready to hear some massive truth and some big activation into your leadership. Hands down. Slowly blink your eyes open. Welcome back. Thank you for being here. Write down in the comments below or in a notebook with you what constellations and stars you were seeing and connecting to. I was really deeply connected to the Ursa Major Big Dipper star constellation, which is one of my core guides. I wrote about that in my latest book, Sovereign. I wrote a chapter in that book along with 29 other women. If you'd like to read about my experience and journey with astrology and spirituality, you can get that. I'll give you all the link to how you can purchase that afterwards. Okay, enjoying that cosmic activation, writing that down for yourself, sharing with all of us what you saw. Let's move into the next section. We are speaking to the truth of astrology. And by we, I mean me, but it's for we, it's for all of us. The truth of astrology is that the truth has been hidden for some time. And I believe that I am here on this planet at this time to help uncover some of that truth. I'm not the only one. But I am very, very excited to teach you all how your deepened relationship with the cosmos and the universe outside of you will deepen your relationship to the cosmos and universe within you. Human design and gene keys are an actual representation of the physical embodiment that each of the stars and planets in their particular placements do for us, how they actually manifest in our physical body. Okay? So let's dig into the truth of astrology. But first, one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite leadership books is that you absolutely cannot make a series of good decisions without first confronting the brutal facts. James Collins shares about the most successful businesses uh, in the world in his book, Good to Great. And he talks about how leaders who are successful are willing to look and be confronted by the brutal facts, the truth, the honesty, the numbers, the data, the observable real information. And I believe that the facts is what many spiritual, golden, enlightened leaders have been missing. It's that intersection of data, science with spiritual myth and deep truth understanding. It's that union of the two that helps us be beautiful golden leaders. So you absolutely cannot make a series of good decisions for yourself and with the cosmos without confronting the brutal facts of astrology. So here are the brutal facts that were honestly very, very big for me to witness, integrate, and now teach. The brutal fact is, the truth is, Western astrology, the astrology that we mostly all know and love. I know some of you might know Vedic astrology or Sidereal astrology, but Western astrology that has been reaching its peak in the West, right? All of the Commonwealth, all the English speaking countries is false. It is incorrect. It is not only scientifically incorrect, it is also deeply soulfully incorrect in that it has guided many cosmic and spiritual leaders, myself included. I was a Western astrologer all of last year and the year before. It has guided us into a false sense of identity. And it's also put us into a timeline trap where the cosmos and the information that we're taking in from the Western astrology perspective are not actually the observable, factual truth of where the planets and placements are. In Western astrology right now, it says it is Scorpio season. This could not be further from the observable truth. If you open any astronomy app, any one you choose, and look at the actual position of the sun, which determines our astrological seasons, you will see that the sun is still in the Virgo constellation. I will actually show you a picture of this in a little while. So it's still Virgo season. So why has Western astrology told us that it's Scorpio season? And I know many people resonate with Western astrology. They feel it is part of their identity. They are that sign or that set of characteristics within their chart. But I can assure you that Western astrology is a Roman rule timeline trap to stop us from being in our truth. Western astrology became fixed in its incorrect calculation at the time when the Roman Empire was ruling and decided to take all of Jesus's teachings and make the Roman Catholic Church. Now, we all know how much they warped the teachings of Jesus for their own rule. They also did the same with Western astrology. They wanted it for themselves. They used astrology to deify themselves and to make them grand leaders. And I see some misguided spiritual teachers and followers doing the same, making themselves grand, making themselves memes, making themselves Scorpios and Libras and Tauruses and whatever else it is. But this is not the truth. This is not the truth of the cosmos, and it's not the truth of who we are. The inexplicable complexity of all that you are and all that you bring in your leadership cannot be explained simply by where the sun was in your chart or where Venus was at the time or what your midhaven is. But they do give us immense clues into our destinies, but we have to be looking at the right information. Only with the brutal facts can the best decisions be made. I'm sorry for anyone that this triggers. I believe it's an activation into the truth. The truth will piss you off, but it will set you free. And so far, I have yet to find a single person who is able to justify to me why we should be following Western astrology outside of the fact that they just resonate with it. And I would have you really consider whether or not it's resonation or feeling that connection to the information, or if it's your conditioning and your ego and your identity that is wanting to see this. Because I assure you, tuning into the truth of astrology, also known as true sidereal astrology, is impeccable for self growth and leadership expansion. Let me show you. This is a comparison of my birthday from the Western point of view and the true sidereal point of view. No, not only is true sidereal astrology colorful, and as in all of the signs are color coded, but it also takes into account the fact that the constellations in the sky are all different sizes. Western astrology and even the typical sidereal system makes all of the constellations, the 12 zodiac signs, equal size. Every single one has 30 degrees or 1 month of a season. This is an oversimplification of the truth of the cosmos. As you can see over here, Pisces is a really large sign. It's a large constellation in the sky. Therefore, it takes up more space in our astrological chart. Virgo is the longest constellation, which is why it's still Virgo season. All of October is actually Virgo season. I will be coming out with true cosmic calendars very soon, so you can get on my email list and join my uh, and join my Instagram following in order to keep track with when I'm going to be putting those out if that's of interest to you. But again, more on that later. Let's talk about the true differences of how true sidereal astrology really does give us the truth of the sky and the current placements of the planets. So as you can see here, all of my planets are still close together and essentially in the same place. Except in Western astrology, it's saying that my Mars and rising sign are in Gemini, when in true observable fact, my Mars and rising sign are in the sign of Taurus. They were literally in the constellation of Taurus at the time that I was born. As in, if you were looking with a telescope at the planet Mars, you would see it within the constellation of Taurus. This is science. And science is sacred when we combine it with sacred knowledge, truth, myth, etc. So we've learned two things. One is that Western astrology, sidereal astrology on its own, oversimplify the cosmos and the constellations by making them each equal size, which is which isn't true, right? It's not true that they're each 30 degrees. It's not true that they each take up a month. Scorpio, for example, is only 13 degrees, meaning that it only takes up about 2 weeks of the year that someone can have planets that fall into Scorpio. My Mercury and Mars are here. Of course, my Mercury is in Scorpio because I'm here to talk about and reveal the truth, and especially the truth that might feel taboo or you don't want to look at. So you're all welcome. Whereas in Western astrology, the false identity, the false self, the false cosmic self is telling me that I have a that I have a Mercury in Sagittarius, which I don't. I am definitely here to spread and to teach. I have lots of other Sagittarius placements, as you can see right here. My moon is in Sag, my North Node is in Sag, so I still have that energy, but it's within a different expression. Whereas in how I talk, how I communicate is in Scorpio, right on the cusp of this beautiful being. This is my number one reason why Western and typical sidereal astrology that uses the 12 signs, each at 30 degrees, and each not taking into account the precession of the equinoxes is so deeply false. Because the 13th sign of the zodiac is not included. The 13th sign of the zodiac, which takes up almost as much space as Scorpio, as you can see here, is the beautiful, the wonderful Ophiuchus, also pronounced Ophiuchus or Ophiuchus to some. Ophiuchus is the master healer sign. It is the serpent bearer. It is a healer that straddles between Scorpio and Sagittarius and holds the great serpents in its hands, showing its mastery over the light and the dark. It is a beautiful 13th sign that we are all here to tune into to teach us about the truth of our evolution and these times. I believe that Ophiuchus is the sign that will liberate many of us from the binds that hold us down, the trauma that holds us down. It is the master healer that will show and guide the way. And my Mercury sign is in Scorpio, but I am incredibly cuspy to Ophiuchus, which means that I am here to bring forth Ophiuchus knowledge and to show you where your Ophiuchus placements might be. And this is incredible, incredible feminine healing information, divine cosmic intelligence that has been hidden from the world and occulted for much time. When all of those astrophysicists were harping for months, for years, about there being a 13th sign of the zodiac that astrologers are ignoring, they were right. We have been ignoring it, and it has been to our detriment. But with all of this being said, I don't believe that Western astrology is false and negative or wrong. It's false in that it's not scientifically observably correct. It's not the most accurate way to tell the story of where the planets and placements were at the time you were born. However, it is a beautiful foundational knowledge for all of us to have so that we can be in tune with the truth of the stars. And now that you have more information, you can make better decisions and choices. The main piece I forgot to mention is why. Why is Western astrology so off? Why is it so wrong? Why is it saying Gemini here and Taurus here? And you can see that if you were to rotate backwards 23 degrees, that all of these placements would become correct, right? My Jupiter sign, for example, if you were to rotate it 23 degrees, it would be in Cancer, which is exactly where it is here. Mind you, the Cancer constellation is smaller than 30 degrees, so not everything is going to just go directly to the sign behind it. You have to look at the true sidereal placement in order to know its true spot. Okay, does that make sense? Let me know what this download, what this truth bomb is doing to your mind, your brain, your heart, your leadership right now in the comments below. I would love to know. I really would. So the reason why this is incorrect and it's 23 degrees off is because Western astrology doesn't take into account the precession of the equinoxes. And this is essentially due to the fact that the Earth has a wobble and the fact that the stars, the fixed stars that we see, all the constellations around us, are moving 1 degree every 72 years. So each one of these ticks on the circle is 1 degree. So every 72 years they tick. So I did the basic calculation of, 23 degrees difference between these two systems, that equals times 72, right? Because it's 1 degree every 72 years. So 72 times 23 equals 1656, 1656 years. What was happening 1656 years ago? Oh, that was when the Roman Empire was ruling. And it was also the time when they took all of Christ's teachings and made it into the Roman Catholic Church and institution. So if this isn't enough evidence all on its own, just some basic math, some basic inquiry to make you question why Western astrology is the way that it is, well, it's pretty easy to explain. It was literally stuck. It didn't account for the precession of the equinox, even though before that, this was correct. It didn't account for the fact that the Earth has a wobble and that every 72 years, the stars in the sky move by 1 degree, which means that there will be a difference in how we experience the stars and the planets and where they are because it's moving around. We are in the vastness of the cosmos all around us. And really, to put it even more simply, is Western astrology is an oversimplification of the complexity of the cosmos. And true sidereal astrology is the best software and example I have been able to find that shows us the truth of the stars and includes the beauty and magic of the 13th zodiac sign, Ophiuchus, Ophiuchus, Ophiuchus. Okay, let me know what all of this information has given you so far. I'm trying to think if I've missed anything. But I also did want to mention that in case you're wondering, maybe the Romans made a mistake, maybe they didn't know about the precession of the equinoxes. There's lots of evidence to show that ancient civilizations, since the beginning of time, or our known human habitation on the planet has shown really divine and complex cosmic knowledge. And the Romans used astrology in order to make themselves great, right? Caesar used this, Julius Caesar, his son Augustus used this. They used the fact that they were Capricorns, which was considered the massive sign of the leader at the time, which I believe is still why we have that programming, that conditioning now, in order to deify themselves. They literally had Capricorn on their coins. They made it a part of who they were. They made it a part of their power and their leadership. But they made it illegal for any one citizen to look up their astrology chart. Sounds similar to anything that might be happening right now? Stopping people from being able to see the truth and only allowing it to a certain few is corruption. And so I believe that the Western astrology system is corrupt, and it had me fooled, but I'm grateful for it because it taught me the basics of astrology, which I can now allow to evolve into the truth of my relationship with the cosmos within me and all around me. Okay, so I'm merely asking you to witness the truth of the stars with your own eyes. I'm not asking you to trust me and trust the information and evidence I'm providing you. I have the beautiful left eye of Horus here, which is the eye that helps us to connect to the great mysteries, the alchemy. And it's really through your own eyes, through your visible sight, that you can see the truth of the stars. Don't take my word for it. Trust your own sight and what your eyes see, for the eyes do not deceive you when you look at the truth and when you look at the heavens. So, how can you do that? Well, the easiest way to do it is to download any astronomy app. There's so many astronomy apps, and you can literally point them to the sky or search for the sun, search for Mercury, search for Venus, and see where it truly is. This is a picture from yesterday of the sun, which you can see here is still in the Virgo constellation, and Mercury, which is also in the Virgo constellation, and Mars, which is also in the Virgo constellation. I'll be talking more about Mercury in this placement because it appears like it's really in her right ovary or her left ovary, which is a very significant portal a little bit later when I get into my cosmic guidance. But I wanted you all to see what I meant by this visual of the sky. And if you don't even want to use an app, literally stargaze. Look at the stars with your own eyes. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm not sure how this works in the Southern Hemisphere. Maybe someone can let me know. But when night falls, when it's dark out, if you look to the southern sky and you look to the southeast direction, right? So this corner of the sky or that corner, depending on, I shouldn't use my hands to visualize, but when you're looking at the southeastern corner of the sky, you will be able to see a bright orange planet, which is Jupiter there. And a little bit farther away from Jupiter is Saturn. It's still big and bright, but not as bright as Jupiter, which looks like this giant orange star. It's actually the planet Jupiter. You can see these. And if you look around it, you will see the stars of the Capricorn constellation because that is where Jupiter and Saturn still are within Capricorn. Above them is Delphinus and Aquila, the great eagle constellation. You can cross-reference this between your own eyes and an astronomy app. I really love the Star Walk 2 app, which is the app that I use here. And there's plenty more that people all over the world enjoy, right? And I'm really wanting you to do your own research and look at your own information so that you can come to your own conclusions because you are a leader. And what I'm giving you is simply an invitation into further inquiry and further sitting with the facts and the truth so that you can make the highest decisions possible for yourself and others. This is a picture of where Venus is right now. And you will notice that Venus is in Ophiuchus or Ophiuchus, which you can see is the great serpent bearer. Some say that Ophiuchus is a woman, is a feminine representation, and others say that it was Asclepius, the male Greek healer that represents Ophiuchus. That's the mythology of it anyway. I believe that it's actually a non-binary fluid embodiment that can be both male and female and every expression in between because it is the master healer. Right? It literally holds the serpent, which is always shedding and renewing itself and becoming more of itself. And this is where our Venus sign is. Again, I'm going to be digging into a current cosmos reading of this a little bit later, but I wanted to give you a little bit of a sneak peek into what I'm talking about here. And this visible sky and true sidereal astrology charts, they match up. They are aligned and attuned. And I am so, so, so grateful to be able to share this information with you, and would so love to know what it's bringing for you and how your own experimenting and stargazing goes. So please comment below. You can feel free to DM me on Instagram at Sanja, Sanja. It's just my first name. I'd really love to know what you got from this training. All right. So how do you lead with the cosmos? Now that we've gotten all of these pretty activating galactic truths, what do you do with it? How do you lead? Well, I think that you're your own leader. I'm not going to tell you what to do with it. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and you can free write and write out your answers. You can write them in your phone, but I love doing it in a physical pen. With physical pen and paper, it becomes really tangible in that way. Okay, so go and grab a piece of paper. I'm going to grab mine, and I will be back here in 1 minute to show you how to lead with the cosmos. All right, be right back. Okay. All right. So, are we all ready? Okay, let's get into it. First question is, well, it's not even a question. This is my only instruction, is let your own wisdom guide you. You are the leader. You're a business owner, you're a parent, you're a community leader, you're an online creator, you're a wisdom keeper. Let your own wisdom guide you to the answers of these questions. What is the most aligned way for you to infuse the cosmos into your work? Just write out whatever comes and trust your own intuition. I'm going to do it too because I can always infuse more cosmic wisdom into my work. Okay, what is the most aligned way for you to infuse the cosmos into your work? And it might be more questions that you write out, which is great. Go on an investigation, learn even more. I'm going to give you all 1 more minute to write something down. All right, finishing your sentence. Beautiful. Reflecting on what you wrote. And I will offer you a couple options for how you can infuse the cosmos into your work if all you had were more questions of how do I even begin? So, first things first is tune into each astrological season in its true timing. So, right now is Virgo season. So, simply just be with the fact that the sun is in Virgo. And what does that mean for your business? What does the energetics of the light codes of Virgo, the sun beaming through light codes through the Virgo constellation, mean for you and your business? It might be that there's more structure to be created, that there's more day-to-day shifts that you can infuse into your business to make it more tangible, practical, and of service. Virgo energy is all about that day-to-day self-care and maintenance. Maybe it's actually to improve your own health and wellness practice, right? So that you can take care of yourself at this moment. True Virgo season ends on November 3rd. Right? But we can always plan from mid-September, September 15th, until November 3rd, that this is the time for us to look at and analyze and get nitty-gritty about our daily practices and routines and that physical embodiment that we're bringing through with our healing work. Right? So that's one example, is look at the sun season. The sun season that's coming up next is Libra on November 4th. I will be doing a live reading about that cosmic energy on my Instagram if any of you would like to join. Essentially, the invitation is to be attuned with the true seasons of astrology because they defy our worldly seasons. They represent the cosmic seasons all around us, right? It's still Virgo season in Australia and in the South, even though it's spring there while it's autumn here, right? So it's a way for us to universally be connected to the same seasons. And this can apply to your marketing, your content, your creations, your self-care, etc. It's really, really powerful practice. Okay, second question. What's next on your cosmic journey? We've all had a cosmic journey with astrology and our understanding of it. What's next on your cosmic journey? Let yourself free write and receive guidance from yourself. Hmm. Is it clear? Are you clear on what's next on your cosmic journey, or do you have more questions? I would love to offer you some suggestions for what could be next on your cosmic journey. The first is to look up your true sidereal chart. You can do that on masteringthezodiac.com. I'll provide a link in the Facebook group of the Golden Leader Summit, or if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll provide a link below on how to do that. Right now, the site is down, so just give it some time, and it's best to use on Safari. I notice it doesn't work on Chrome, but you can look this up for yourself and start to look at the true placement of your stars. And if you're not familiar with reading an astrological chart or the astrological symbols, then consider getting a reading with me for yourself and also for your brand. I will also look at your brand, your business's cosmic truth and true sidereal astrology, because all of our businesses have a birthday. My business birthday is coming up on Monday, November 1st. It is a Virgo, and it's really, really helpful to look at how you yourself have come to this planet with the brilliance and cosmic knowledge that you have, and witness that within yourself, within your true sidereal chart and the channeled readings that I provide, which are really just connecting you to the truth of who you are and the truth of why your soul decided to come to this earth at the exact time that you did and the exact place that you did, and also helping you to have an understanding of that regarding your business, why your business decided to come through, and that relationship that you have together as the leader and founder of your business. Okay. And for those of you that haven't yet launched your business or started your business, you can always do this when you start and really start to look at your business as a living, breathing, and energetic entity that is here to serve, that is separate from you but created through you. You are like the cosmic mother and father and parent and guardian to your business. But then it becomes a beautiful relationship where you're not taking care of it like you would a child, because it takes care of you, right? It's a really, really beautiful relationship to understand the cosmic truth of yourself as a leader and the cosmic truth of your business. And I have an awesome brand session reading specifically for this on my website that I'll direct you all to in a little bit here. But let's get another question going. Oh, sorry. There wasn't another question. I actually wanted to ask another question and I forgot to include it. So why don't we answer this last question here? But it's, what has the truth of astrology opened up for you? From this training, from this conversation, what has the truth of astrology opened up for you? Hmm. Finishing your sentence. And I'll share really quickly what the truth of astrology has opened up for me, because at first it was a full-on identity crisis, a full-on shame-a-thon of, oh my gosh, I've been teaching the wrong information for over a year. All of those readings felt like they resonated for people, but now I know that they're wrong. How could this be, right? I went into a whirlwind of questioning and self-doubt, and then on the other side of it was my truth. When I recognized that my sun sign wasn't actually in Scorpio, but was in Libra at the time that I was born, I witnessed the truth of myself, the beauty of myself, which is a very Libra thing to say. But I honestly was able to see the truth of myself and the conditioning that the Scorpio archetype was giving me, that I thought I had to continue going through these dark times, right? So I could transmute them, so I could rebirth them. And it doesn't mean that I still don't have Scorpio energy within myself, within my cosmic influence. I do. I have my Venus and my Mercury there, like I showed you all before. But this truth helped me to see the truth of the stars and planets at the time that I was born. And that helped me to see my own truth. And since then, I have had such a powerful expansion into my own leadership, sovereignty, self understanding. And I now know that I am not defined by my astrology. I am not a Libra. I am Sanja. Sanja is how I say it in my native tongue. And I am not even my name. I, just like you, am boundless and limitless. And there is nothing that defines or confines me other than my chosen perception. And I am not a Libra, but the sun was in the constellation of Libra when I chose to come to this planet. And that is significant for me. It provides divine guidance for my path and journey here. It gives me permission to focus on the beautiful, to focus on connection, to focus on relationships, which is all I've been doing since I discovered this truth, and it has expanded my world. I am here providing this masterclass for the Golden Leader Summit because I opened up my world to more connection, more beauty, more sisterhood, more aliveness. Because I recognized that I wasn't a Scorpio that needed to be doing things on her own and always working through really dark, traumatic wounds and rebirths. Yes, that's a beautiful path, but it is not my path. I am here to support others who are on that path. So I hope that the truth of astrology has given you an insight into you can get to know yourself even better than you already have. This path of mastery never ends, and your leadership has been happening this entire time, and it will continue from today. But from this day onward, you can't unknow this information. You can't unquestion the cosmos that you visibly see around you. And I hope that this empowers you. Actually, I know that it will empower you to seek the truth and to seek the truth within you, because when you do, infinite possibilities begin to present themselves. Okay, next section. Current Cosmos leadership guidance. So, like I said, like I've been promising, I will be providing a current Cosmos leadership guidance and simply looking up in my astronomy app, the Star Walk 2 app, where the current placements are and giving you a channeled reading based on that. You don't even need astrology software to read the cosmos. I love doing this because I can literally look at it in the sky at the same time. And I will be hosting stargazing and star-based readings in the future. Okay, so first off, I really want to talk about Mercury. So Mercury, like I said before, actually I'll go back to this section because I'm really going to talk about these two. So Mercury, like I said before, is right here in the left ovary of Virgo. And Virgo has been typically known as the Virgin, right? But Virgo is actually originally, and I believe still, represents Isis, the mother goddess, the goddess of life and death and the rebirth cycle. And Virgo season does fall under Halloween, which is happening this weekend. And I believe that this is no mistake. Virgo understands the life and death process. The sun even moves throughout her body. When the sun started being in Virgo season, it went through the crown of her head, throughout her entire body, and eventually came out at her hand, her left hand, where she holds this magnificent sword of truth. So Virgo being in, like Mercury being in Virgo right now, and in this particular stargate that it's in, is gate 54, 57 in human design or gene key 57. Oh, no, wait, I'm totally, wait, this is correct. Yes, it's one of the splenic gates. It's gate 57 or gene key 57. This is the current gate that Mercury is transiting through. Now, you don't need to understand any of that, of what I just said. All you need to hear is this message, is that we are all attuned to our creative, intuitive instincts. We are like collectively that mother that knows what her children need without knowing how she knows. That is how our mind and our communication is working right now, because Mercury rules over our mind and communication. And in this Stargate, it talks about instincts, the instincts to what to create next, what to plant the seeds for right now, who to connect to in order to build the life that will be the most prosperous. And when we attune to this truth and this energy, there can be deep, deep, deep truth and alignment that comes along with it. So right now, the thoughts that you're thinking, the things that you're saying might feel incredibly attuned and psychic for you. Like you can literally visualize and witness tomorrow already, and you already know it's going to be true. The same way that your ovaries know which one of their eggs are going to become beautiful children if you're a woman with a womb. Like your ovaries already know that. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to think about it. You also don't need to worry or think about if you're getting this right, if you're getting the downloads right, if the information's coming in. You simply will have an instinctual knowing of what is best for you. And all you have to do is follow it and trust. Trust your body, trust your gut, trust your intuition, trust your instincts. Don't be so hard on yourself. Virgo energy in Mercury can be sometimes overly analytical. Right now in human design, we all have defined heads up until January, because one of the Sagittarius placements and the Aries placement that are happening are activating that connection within us, that channel that creates the defined crown and third eye center. So we have a really, really beautiful way of being able to reorganize all of our thoughts and think very clearly and have a really cerebral experience, which is actually really great. I think it's great for us to come into cohesion intellectually, come into cohesion intellectually with what we know versus what we experience in the body, right? I really see this time as the blending of mind, body, and soul, so that the mind agrees with what the heart knows, with what the soul is already embodying. Okay. That's Mercury in Virgo. Also, the fact that Mars and the Sun are also in Virgo here in the beautiful hand of the maiden tells us that we're about to hand off this energy, this powerful energy, into our next energetic season, which will be Libra, starting on the 4th. And this means that we might even feel this pressure to get a lot done, or to get things finished, or to get these routines created in our lives, or, to get all the systems in place. Like right now I'm working on my email system, and my website just got up, and putting all of these things into place so that we will be ready when the time comes for more balance, for more harmony, for more bliss, for more beauty, right? It might feel like a very nitty gritty in the weeds time, and that's okay. Let yourself be empowered by that. Let yourself be empowered to create the systems and the daily routines that will expand your magic and your worth and your leadership even further. That includes watching the rest of the Golden Summit sessions. There's 13 more masterclasses other than my own. You can access them all from the Golden Summit Facebook group. And this is an incredible opportunity to connect to like-minded leaders, individuals, your next mentor, your next collaborator. So take this time to expand those daily routines, break those patterns up of what you might have been doing beforehand, and get ready for this next season that we're all about to move through, which will be Libra, which will be beautiful and balancing and gorgeous. All right, so secondly, what I wanted to talk about is Venus. Venus is here right in the thigh, in the sexy thigh of Ophiuchus. And what does it mean that Venus is in the thigh and in the leg of Ophiuchus? It means that we're starting to solidify that which we're attracted to be in our highest and best alignment. Venus represents what we're attracted to, what we're calling in, what we magnetize, how we love, and how we express love. It's really a massive planet of manifestation, because it's almost like, this is what I'm calling in. This is what exudes out of me. This is what I love. This is what I'm attracted to. This is what attracts people to me. So right now there's a massive healing happening for all of us collectively as Venus transits through the Ophiuchus constellation. You might be having romantic healing occurring, which is so important as a leader, to have beautiful balance in your romantic relationships, in your partnerships. That's the number one biggest decision you'll ever make in your life, is who you choose to have as a partner in your world, who will be that person to support you as you create your mission, your destiny, your work in the world, right? This might be balancing out so that you can have even more energy to put towards what you love, right? What you love to create. You might also have a healing happening around your business, right? If you've had business trauma, if you've had launches that haven't sold, if you've had master classes that no one showed up to, if you've had an insecurity about something that you do, or an unwillingness to share all that you are, or feeling like you're not good enough, now is the time for that to be healed. And it will be healed through a beautiful way. It's not going to be healed through you suffering through needing to go to endless sessions and therapy and heal that through someone else. Ophiuchus is the master healer that heals through art, fun, play, rebelliousness, and the other, right? It is straddling between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So it really infuses both of those energies, which means that now is a beautiful time for you to be attracted to the communities, the leaders, the people that you need to know in order to expand and grow and magnetize your business and really do what you love. And that includes healing your wounds and trauma around business, healing your wounds and trauma around collaboration, sisterhood, brotherhood, teamwork. And that also includes healing your relationship to yourself, right? That self-love work, and also the relationship to others in a romantic world. So it's a fun time. Honestly, I'm telling you, this level of healing does not require that intense level of effort from you. All it requires is for you to allow the beauty that you are to show itself and reveal itself all around. And in an instant, you will see, wow, I literally a week ago used to feel this way about myself, and now I don't anymore. Wow, that song helped me to understand something that I wasn't understanding about myself. And now I love myself more, and I'm ready to produce that project, or that training that I've been holding back on. It is wonderful. Uh, Taylor Swift is an Ophiuchus sun. Billie Eilish is an Ophiuchus sun. They lead and share music and creation in very unique ways. So this will be a very unique way that you will be drawing in what you most love, drawing in more love towards yourself, and healing these wounds within your own leadership. So let it be fun. Let it be joyful. Maybe there's dancing and singing to be involved. If there is, please let me know. And if any of you would like to hear specifically about how to heal your business wounds so that you can create a beautiful aligned future for your sacred business, then please join Jenna and I, Jenna Fay, who's one of the organizers of the Golden Leader Summit, tomorrow on IGTV. We will be going live at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time and talking about this. And if you're listening to this after, it's still on my Instagram page. You can go look at my IGTVs for Lucky Witch, and you will find it there. All right, everybody. I know that I've given you tons and tons of content. If you ever need to stop and pause, that's great. Let's move into the final pieces of reflection here and close. All right, so that was your cosmic guidance. I really hope that that served you. We didn't look at the complete chart and everything that was going on, but we did look at the Sun, Mars, Mercury, and Venus, which are all very significant and very close personal planets, as they are the planets closest to the Sun and closest to the Earth. All right, so if any of you would like to create together with me, please visit sanjarose.com. That is where you can sign up for my latest program being co-created with myself and Jenna and 4 other amazing co-creators. It's called Lucky Witch. We start on Monday, November 1st. I will be guiding you through each of the cosmic seasonal shifts. We're going to have an activation for each cosmic season up until Capricorn on January 20th. I know it's a total mind warp that they're all at different times, but don't worry. Cosmic calendars are coming soon. If you go to my website and join my email list by just scrolling down on my homepage, you will find the place to join my email list and you will be notified as soon as those are available. Okay, if you'd like to work together to do a sacred cosmic reading for yourself or for your business or for anyone else, or even just get on a call to collaborate with how I can serve your sacred business and marketing, then you will find all of those links under my services and on my contact page. All right. So last question of reflection. What next level of your golden leadership did this masterclass awaken? Final piece of reflection, get that notebook out. What next level of your golden leadership did this masterclass awaken? Please, please, please share in the comments below what next level of golden leadership this masterclass awakened within you. I know that for me, it really, really helped me to see how much I have to teach and share around this topic. And I can't wait for even more of you to receive this message. Please share it with your friends and invite more people into the Golden Leader Summit. Share this YouTube video with your friends if you think that it would serve somebody. I know that it's confronting, but the truth is what sets us free. Thank you all for being golden leaders. Thank you all for choosing to be here. And if you'd like to expand more into the golden leadership masterclasses within the summit happening this week, then please go join the Facebook group, the Golden Leader Summit, and you will find all of our masterclasses and recordings and many other goodies, including an opening and closing ceremony there. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. You are golden, you are cosmic, you are loved. Goodbye.